Hello everyone, it's Alex today, and I went to G-FEST. Yeah, I was able to fly up to Chicago for the convention. This video is going to be part experience of the trip and part haul from the trip. So let's get started. We got up around 5 a.m. to go to the airport, fly up. Our flight was at 8 o'clock and we landed around 10 o'clock in our time zone, so right around 11 o'clock for us. We got to the hotel and, well, I have this on video, so run the clip. Okay, we just made it.
I think that's Higuchi.
Yeah, Higuchi was standing there. He was chatting with one of the other people there, and Robert Scott Field was translating for him. We then went and unpacked in our room, and then went out to Chicago for a little while. We had never been, and we decided to look around. We ate at the Billy Goat restaurant, and then we went and saw Willis Tower. We were not able to go up, but we did get a chance to see it. And so then we returned back to the room. That night we were able to kind of sneak into the dealers for a little bit and have a look around. We and Sam eyed some of the figures we planned to pick up. The next day, Friday, we started off with going to the film festival down in the lower level of the building. And they were running 1967 movies and TV shows because it was 50 years ago, it's 2017. Duh. They were running stuff like Ultra 7 and Johnny Sacco. We walked around the convention. My little brother picked me up a Bandai Creation Anguirus from Godzilla. Very nice of Sam to do that for me. We bumped into a few YouTubers. We bumped into Louis Duran. He was just signing in. Met Cosmavoid. He got the two-legged lizards. This is part of the hallway. I'll show it now. He got us the two-legged lizards that he promised people if they found him there. So I got one. We had wristbands. They did this new system of wristbands for the dealers. We had ours for $145, but at the last, in 10 minutes before, I got a pass for like $135 or something like that before we got in. And so we were able to go in early. And we went in, and I hunted for an X Plus figure. I'd never gotten one. And I was deliberating between the X Plus Godzilla 2004 30cm or the 30cm Yuji Sakai Godzilla 2001 Rick Boy I saw there. But I was still deliberating. By the time I was finally deciding, Sam walked up to me saying he was done, and I hadn't even bought one yet. We eventually did get a bunch of figures. In the dealers, Louis Duran filmed me, so roll the clip if it's up yet.
So, some fans, Cole. Hi. What's your name again? I forgot. Alex.
And we went back up to the room and kind of hung out there, and we got some dinner and stuff like that. We went down for the opening ceremonies, and on our way back up, we bumped into Logan Romero. So that was a pretty cool experience, and I have a picture right here. Then Saturday arrived. Saturday was the biggest day of the trip. We started off with a panel of the assistant director of Shin Godzilla, Kazuhiro Nakagawa. This panel, he talked about Shin Godzilla, obviously. Then Mishiro Oshima's panel started, who is the composer of all these Godzilla films. They're some of the best. Then we went over to the Lost Godzilla Films panel, which talked about some details on Lost Godzilla films. And then the Fresh Vinyl Live panel. This was interesting with Rich Iso. And that was a really cool panel. Even Sam got called up on stage at one point to talk about Bandai's.
Subscribe to a Sam called Sam.
And then we did the Fresh Vinyl What Did You Get video that he does every year.
Doing good. What do you have here?
And then I jumped to the Shinji Higuchi panel. I was unable to see the entire panel, but from what I saw, it was very good. He talked about his work on Godzilla 1984, and then he talked about Shin Godzilla, obviously. And he mentioned the fact that there will not be a Shin Godzilla 2 until after 2020. Due to Legendary having the rights of the character. And he also mentioned there is a design of the first form, but he didn't bring it with him. I jumped out of there. Oh, the panel was completely full. I bailed out of the panel and went to the dealers for a little bit and bought a few more figures, and my little brother was there too. and he kind of bailed out. We went back up to the room for a little bit, hung out there for a little while, got some Subway, and then that night we went out and see Shin Godzilla there with intros by Shinji Higuchi and Kazuhiro Nakagawa, with Robert Scott Field translating. The movie was an incredible experience seeing it again in theaters, with a completely, like, everybody was just loved the movie that night. And we got home. Then Sunday, the last day, then we only attended one panel, the Shin Godzilla discussion, which was talking obviously about Shin Godzilla. Duh. We hit the dealers one more time. My little brother has it. I bought him an L King to repay for the Angerus. We were able to get out of there early. Our flight was originally going to be at 6:30, but then it got pushed back to 7:30, and we were able to get out of there because we were done by noon. We were able to bail out of there and get home, get on a flight at 5 o'clock to get home, and yeah, that's it. Now for what I got at G-FEST. Well, first thing, obviously a program guide, and they came with Shin Godzilla posters. It's over there, but it's just this poster, but like in the scale of a normal print, so that's good. The first figure I picked up at the panel at the convention, I mentioned it was an X Plus figure, and I wondered which one did I go with. Well, I went with the 30cm Yuji Sakai Got 2001 Rick Boy. Now the Rick Boy features light up fins. As you can see here, he has light up dorsal plates. The next figure I picked up was the Sega Prize Shin Godzilla. Very nice figure. I really enjoyed this guy. It's a good little thing to have on the shelf. This was the first figure I technically got. Technically this guy was. The two-legged lizard, obviously, I already mentioned this guy. The next figure I picked up, I believe, was, if I remember correctly, was the Universal Studio Shin Godzilla. Next figure was Cretaceous Ghidorah. I paid about $25 for him. He's a very good figure. The next day, I didn't pick up that many figures. I only picked up these guys, but they were Bullmark, little tiny Bullmark Godzilla toys. This one came with the Tokyo Tower. So very nice, I like that. And also a Mechagodzilla 1974, a Gorosaurus, my first Gorosaurus figure, so that's pretty cool. A Jet Jaguar, and a Ebra. So that was awesome. Also on Saturday, I believe, I picked up the 1983 Mosagoji from Bandai, one of their first figures. Fortunately, I think this guy's a little messed up. If you guys are experts, can you let me know if that's how the figure's supposed to be? Because with the warping fins, I'm not 100% on that. I can't find any pictures of it. So please let me know. And then, one of my last things I got at G-FEST, the last figure I picked up at G-FEST, Megalon, a 1992 Megalon. So I'm really happy I got this guy. And the last thing I physically bought at G-FEST was a Satsuma model. I believe this is the last thing I picked up, was the Satsuma from GMK, the Toho Machine set. The Toho Machines version, like, you know, those. Alright, next figure. This figure, technically, we did not get at G-FEST, but we bought him online while we were there at G-FEST. I'm probably going to mispronounce this, but it's the Shokogen Mechagodzilla 1975. Now, I had this toy as a kid. That's why I got this guy. And I actually still have what's left of my old toy of him. Here he is. He's in really, really rough shape. Part of his tail is missing, his foot's gone, one of his entire arms is gone almost. It's just, he's really messed up. This still works though. The neck spin still works. And then I got this guy, and on Monday, the day after we arrived home, I got him in the mail. And let me tell you, it is beautiful to see this guy back intact like this. So yeah, that is incredible. I'm so happy I got this guy. Anyway, I think that's everything I picked up at G-FEST this year. Not a lot, but I did pay quite a bit, and I'm happy for what I got. So I think that does everything. So I'm Alex, and I'll see you guys later.